Hey, how you guys doing out there? This is UNL Driver here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Today is Sunday, Cinco de Mayo. Yep, the 5th of May. I'm done for the day. I had a really great Sunday. Great passengers all the way around. 5 stars, every single one of them on the Uber and Lyft app. Did solicit my channel a little bit. Had a few of them didn't really, they really didn't care. You're gonna get a lot of, people that don't care. And you'll get people that are really interested. You had a few of them that were very interested. Very interested. So, getting right down to it, it's the end of the weekend for me. A lot of people start their weekend Cinco de Mayo. You guys are gonna have lots of fun out there. But getting right down to it, what I decided to do was I'm going to do a 10-day training video on how to become a better Uber driver or a Uber driver and Lyft driver. A better Uber and Lyft driver. And if you're not a driver, a better Uber and Lyft driver as well. Or, if you're starting out or whatever. Anyhow, I want to do a 10-day video starting today. It should end by Tuesday of the following week. And every day I'm going to talk about certain things as far as this 10-day training video will go. If you want to follow me and, get some good tips, good ideas on how to become a better driver or a driver in any city that you live in. Now, there are certain cities that are just plain dead, but any metropolitan city, any big city that you live in, I can show you how to become a better driver or a driver of Uber and Lyft. Now, what I wanted to say was, this is not for everyone. For one, this is not for everyone. For two, you got to have common sense, to do this type of job. It revolves around common sense a lot. It revolves around customer service. And we'll be getting into all those through the 10-day stretch for the training video on this. But anyhow, I wanted to tell you that this is really not, it's not for everybody. Now, it is for me. I'm a very self-motivated person. I don't need a boss. I don't need a schedule. I don't need nobody telling me what to do. I come out and just do it. I do my work, my job. When I'm off, I do my channel. This is my other job. So, with that being said, you got to be self-motivated. And if you're not, you need a boss. You need to be told what to do. You need a schedule. This ain't for you. You have no common sense. This ain't for you. It's just not for everyone. It really isn't. It's not for everyone. Now, to all the drivers out there that they just don't do their job, they cancel a lot, they're just in it for themselves. Now, I understand that. You're going to have drivers out there that are in it for themselves because there's no, how do you say it? Interview. There's no interview for Lyft or Uber. No interview. All you got to do is download the app, go through the prompts, put all your information in, they do a background check, they tell you to take your vehicle to get inspected, and you're on your way. That's it. If you have things in your background, you probably shouldn't be applying for Uber or Lyft. It's really simple, but you're not hired. It's not a job where you're hired and fired. Now, some people may think being deactivated is being fired. It really isn't. It's just saying that you can't use the app. You're no longer a driver that they can have for you to pick up passengers. That's all it is. You're 1099. You're self-contracted. Whatever the word you want to use, independent contractor. You're you own your own business, whatever you want to call it, because you can, because Uber and yourself You're just not, you're not employed with them. They can deactivate you anytime they want without, with no excuse, because you're not employed through them. You just use the app. Anybody can use the app. Anybody can go in there and become a driver. Now, what I want to do is I want to teach you how to be a great driver. Now, with that being said, if this is not for you, stop where you are now. Don't even continue looking at the video. But if you want some good tips, you want to learn how to become a better driver or a driver for Uber and Lyft, and maybe any other ride shares out there. I don't know, but I do Uber and Lyft. My channel is called UNL Driver, Uber and Lyft Driver. So this is going to be a 10-day training video about Uber and Lyft drivers and how to be a better driver or be a driver for Uber and Lyft. But I want to stress the fact that this may not be for you. Now, you can follow this and you can go through all the videos of 10 days worth of videos, all the training, all the tools, everything I give you to become a better driver, and my perspective. Now, I make good money. I only work 5 hours a day. That's it. I could work more than that because you have the option to work as many hours as you want, except up to 12 hours. They'll cut you off. But then you can sit for 6, and then you get some of the time back. And I'll go into that later on in the video. But as far as now, if this is for you, be prepared to take notes. This will make you money. This will be, you'll be a better driver, you'll have 5 stars, or you'll be close to it. Whatever the case is, I'm going to show you in this video 10 days of training how to become a better Uber and Lyft driver. Or if you're first starting out, you could take notes and become that driver right off the bat. And the reason why I'm doing this is because here in the Phoenix metropolitan area, it's been a big problem with cancellations. And I'm talking about drivers. I'm not talking about passengers. I'm talking about drivers canceling. Almost every time I pick up a passenger, the first thing they say is, "Thank you for picking me up. My last rider canceled. I had 2 riders cancel. I had this rider cancel. I'm late for work. I got to be at the airport at this time. I got to be over here." Whatever the case is, I get them where they need to go. Bottom line, that's it. Do your job. And we're going to get into 10 days worth of training on this. So if you're ready to train, if you're ready to start, if you're ready to become a better driver or a driver for Uber and Lyft, then take notes and follow this. Follow these steps. Take notes, because you'll be lost. You'll be lost. And it's a very easy process. It's a very easy process to become a better driver. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you tips. Now, this is my way of being a better driver. Now, there's other drivers out there that are good. They do it their own way. They found their niche on how to make good money with less hours. I know I found mine. I make a ton of money in 5 hours, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's very easy to know. Very easy. Okay? So, with that being said, if you're ready to follow me, if you're ready to learn on this training video, let's do it. So, number one, on this video, we're going to be talking about common sense. That is the number one thing we're going to talk about on this video, is common sense. So having common sense is everything. Now, there's a lot of jobs that don't require common sense, but this one requires a lot of common sense. It revolves around common sense. For instance, driving alone is common sense. That's it. Using the app is common sense. Using the navigation is common sense. It all has to do with common sense. If you have no common sense, stop where you are. Don't proceed forward. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being honest. Common sense revolves around Uber and Lyft driving. Driving alone is common sense. So with that being said, you gotta have common sense, okay? And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about common sense. So for instance, you're driving, you know, you're heading towards a destination. You're using the navigation. Okay, the navigation tells you get on the highway. Okay, then it tells you get off the highway and get back on the highway. Okay, are you gonna follow that navigation? I wouldn't. And one of the reasons why I wouldn't is because it's prolonging you to pick up that passenger. Bottom line. When I get a trip, first thing I do is pull up. Obviously, the navigation comes up. Whatever you're using, Google Maps, your Lyft navigation, whatever, Uber navigation, Waze, whatever you want to use. The first thing what I use is the Google Maps, the Google navigation. So, first thing, pull it up. I open it up. I open it wider to see where they're going, where I'm picking up, a faster way to get there. I use my common sense. It all revolves around common sense, period. Once I get there to pick that person up, I look and see where they're going. I pull my navigation comes up. I widen it to look and see where they're going. I ask them, okay, so you're going so-and-so over here. Yeah, sure, I'm going over there. Okay. I look at that and I find different ways to get there. Now, if it's a better way on the navigation, I'll follow it. But I'm not going to follow it 100%. I'm going to use my common sense. So that's one of the things. All the way around, common sense, driving. Like I said, driving is common sense. You know, using the navigation, using the app, all revolves around common sense. It all revolves around common sense, plain and simple. Common sense has a big part of driving for Uber and Lyft. And like I said, there's a lot of drivers out there that just don't have no common sense. Ones that drive slow, ones that they're not too sure where they're going, so they're slowing down, they're holding up traffic, may even cause accidents. Those drivers shouldn't be on the road, period. No common sense. So they can't even do Uber or Lyft because they don't even know how to drive. So, gotta get those people off the road. They hurt people, they cause traffic, they cause accidents. You know, there's just no common sense whatsoever there. Whatsoever there. Common sense is a big part of driving, I'm telling you. It revolves around everything. And every day when I'm talking about certain things, today is common sense. Today's number one. Today is common sense. I'll be talking about more common sense throughout the video because it just revolves around driving, period. It just revolves around driving. Another thing, picking up a passenger. This is security reasons, has to do with common sense. Passenger gets in the car. Well, it looks like you're not Karen. It's a dude. So, gotta ask questions, gotta ask. You're not Karen, so you know, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Person says, oh, that's my mother, my wife, my girlfriend, whatever the case is. You know, you got to use your best judgment. You got to use common sense, plain and simple. It's up to you as a driver to do what you want, okay? But only do what you want when you really need to. And it's not really doing what you want. I mean, there's guidelines and rules and policies and procedures that Uber doesn't allow, like minors in your car. They don't allow people drinking in your vehicle. I mean, they don't allow all the common sense criteria that come with the job. Plain and simple. Okay? Now, you use the app for Uber and Lyft. You're not employed with them. But they do have policies. You break those policies, they're going to deactivate you. They're going to let you go. Not really let you go, but they're going to stop you from using the app. They're going to stop you from using their services. That's all it is it's service. It's all service, that's it. So, common sense revolves around everything. It revolves around everything. Picking up passengers. For instance, let's say that you're driving out to a passenger's house, you're using the navigation, it stops you right in the middle, dead center in the street. Okay? Drivers will stop right there, call them and say, where are you at? I've had passengers tell me that. Not me. I don't do that. I'll pull it up. I'll look at the address. Okay. The address. It says right here. The dot looks like it's on the right. Guess what? I'm not going to stay on that street. I'm going to go to the street over. Because I know that that's probably where they're at, is the street over. So what I'll do is I'll drive to the street over, look at my app, look at the address, boom. That address, that street matches my app. So now I'm on the right street. All I got to do is look for the address, which is probably a little bit down the road where you stop in the middle of the street, but one street over. That's common sense. That's it. That's all you have to do is use your common sense. It's that easy. Don't give up. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm right here. Call the person. Where are you at? No. Use your common sense. You might get the person on the phone tell you that they're just the next street over. You might get the person on the phone saying, I don't know where I'm at, but can you find me? And if I'm on the phone with them, I'm going to find them, period. I'm not going to cancel. I'm not going to cancel. So, they might be on the phone telling you they're in the next street over. They might not answer the phone. That's when your common sense has to kick in. Because what's going to happen is if you don't use your common sense and you just park there waiting for that person to come to you in the middle of the street when there's a wall right there and maybe businesses on this side and you're just waiting for that person, what are you going to do? If you have no common sense, what are you going to do? Yes, that's right. You're going to cancel. And guess what? That person that needed a ride may need to go to the airport. They may need to go to work. They may need to go buy some alcohol or cigarettes at the liquor store. It doesn't matter where they're going. It's important to me as well as them. They're paying me, I'm going to take them. Plain and simple. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything and say, oh, I can't find them. And that's it. Because I'm going to tell you, those drivers out there that have no common sense and the ones that stop and just cancel, they're not making no money. Now, if you watch this video and you do that, follow me because you will make money. Turn it around, man. Do your job. Don't cancel. You have the call. You have the trip. Do it. Finish it. The only time I cancel is when I'm in front of somebody's house, business, school, apartment, whatever you want to call it, and they just don't answer my call. They don't answer my texts. I'm sitting out there more than 5 minutes because technically you really don't have to be there no more than 5 minutes. I give it sometimes 5:50, 6 minutes, and then I'll cancel. I hate to do that, but I do. Now they give us a cancellation fee, $5, $10 sometimes when it's surging. I mean, anytime I make money, I make money. I make money on cancellation fees, but that's not how I make a living. I make a living picking up and taking them to their destination. That's how I make my living. Now, common sense. All revolves around common sense. So, Today's video is about common sense. Take notes. What I just said right now, you can become a better driver just doing that. Just doing that alone. Not canceling. Doing your job. Period. That's it. That's all you got to do is your job and not cancel. Only use the cancellation when you can't get a hold of them. Period. You get them on your phone, find them. Find them. If you don't have them on your phone, you can't, there's no contact. You have no choice but to cancel. You're not going to sit there for hours waiting for somebody. You're just not going to do that. Okay? I don't know how long you want to sit, but I sit for about 6-7 minutes. Sometimes 5:50. You know, I don't sit very long because I'm working and I want to make money. That's all it is making money. That's all it is about, is making money, being a better driver. Be a better driver, you're going to make more money. Have common sense, you're going to get the trips done. If you have no common sense, hang it up, man. Go get a job with a boss and a schedule to tell you what to do. Because here, you have to have common sense. Period. There is no way around it. When you're driving a vehicle, it's common sense. There's no way around it. So, common sense today. That's what I wanted to discuss, is common sense. And I think I pretty much got my point across. I hope I did. 10 days. 10 days. Today is common sense. Today's Sunday. Today's common sense. Cinco de Mayo. Common Sense Day. Take this video and learn off of it. Okay? Every day I'm going to break out something that will help you to become a better Uber and Lyft driver. And if you're not a driver, when you start, you'll be a good driver. Bottom line. So, this video is all about training. It's training week, 10 days. Not week, I would say 10 days of training to become a better driver. With that being said, that's right. You know, peace out.